Hello, 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 my gorgeous listeners. Welcome back to the Dangerously Divine podcast. I'm Rachel, your go to feminine energy and magnetism life coach. And today we are diving into one of the most transformative practices that I've found to boost your feminine magnetism. And that is gratitude. Yes, that is right. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you for all of the abundance in your life, but it is a powerful tool that can elevate your energy, help you to align with your highest level self, and magnetize your desires with feminine ease. Before we get into today's episode, I first want to encourage you to grab your favorite drink. I am drinking my second espresso right now. It is 7:30 p.m., so we'll see how late I am up tonight. But I just wanted a little afternoon pick me up. But anyway, I would encourage you to get comfy. This could look like wrapping a blanket around yourself, lighting a candle. I just spritzed my favorite perfume to help me get into the podcasting zone. And lastly, please click on the follow or subscribe button wherever you're listening to this podcast so that you can be alerted every Thursday as I upload new episodes. You definitely don't want to miss out. Now, I know you've probably heard about gratitude a million times from a million different coaches, but trust me, we're going to take it to the next level today. We are going to explore 5 gratitude practices that are specifically designed to increase your feminine energy to help you magnetize your desires. Welcome to the Dangerously Divine podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Loren, entrepreneur, life coach, and your new spiritual bestie. We dive deep into all things feminine magnetism, mindset, and empowerment. Prepare to unlock your full potential and activate your feminine gifts. If you're an ambitious woman who's ready to stop playing small, step into your feminine power, and claim a life beyond your wildest dreams, then you're in the right place. So go ahead and turn up the volume. You're about to hear juicy stories, inspirational advice, and transformational tips that'll help you uplevel your life and align with the divine goddess within you. More self-confidence, freedom, and abundance are all just a play away. Thank you for listening and enjoy this episode. Before we get into the specific gratitude practices, I first want to talk about gratitude and why it's so important in magnetizing your desires. Or in this case, I'm just going to say the word manifesting because when it comes to gratitude, manifesting and magnetizing are kind of used interchangeably because gratitude applies to both. So anyway, gratitude is very simple, but very profound. And it is just the act of appreciating what you already have and appreciating what is coming to you. When you focus on what you're grateful for, whether it has happened or not, you shift your attention away from what you lack, and instead your attention goes towards the abundance that is already present in your life or that will be. This shift in perspective raises your vibration, aligning you with the energy of abundance and attraction. So in the world of manifestation, like attracts like. So when you radiate an energy of being thankful and having gratitude, you are attracting more things to be grateful for. If you've ever heard of law of attraction, this is where it comes into play. According to the universal principle, we attract into our lives whatever we focus on. Very simple. So if you're constantly thinking about what you don't have, you will attract more lack and more scarcity. But when you focus on gratitude for things that are already in your life or things that you are certain are coming to you, then you are aligning yourself with the energy of abundance. I'm sure we all know someone, or maybe it's happened to you, where when one bad thing happens, it tends to spiral and build up 2, 3, 4, 5 bad things happening all simultaneously. Like maybe you get a bad grade on a test, and then you lose your job, and then a trip that you had planned gets canceled or the flight gets delayed, and then maybe you're experiencing turmoil in your relationship with your partner. Maybe you're in really bad traffic and get in a little fender bender while also experiencing drama in your friend group. All of these things are happening at the same time because of that one bad test grade, the start of it all, because you were focusing too much of your attention on the lack, on the bad that is happening to you. But instead, when one bad thing happens to you, if you can shift your mindset to focus on things that you are grateful for, you are signaling to the universe that you are open and ready to receive more blessings. Side note, if you can hear my nails clicking, I'm so sorry. I am literally talking with my hands right now like I am preaching to you. But anyway, gratitude is the cornerstone of magnetism because it cultivates this mindset of abundance. When you appreciate all of the blessings that are in your life, no matter how small or no matter if they've come or if they're on their way, you are sending a very powerful message to the universe that you are ready, willing, and open to receiving more. If you know anything about feminine energy, this openness and receiving is one of the key components to channeling your feminine energy. So, by embracing gratitude, you are not only enhancing your ability to magnetize things with feminine ease, but you're also deepening your own connection with the divine feminine energy. All right, let's kick it off with our first gratitude practice, which probably comes as no surprise. It is gratitude journaling. And this isn't just your typical journaling. We're talking about a deep, soulful, meaningful dive into your daily blessings. I like to start my gratitude journaling in the morning because it sets the rest of my day up for success. So each morning, I want you to take out your journal and write down 10 things that you are grateful for. But the catch is that only 5 of these things need to currently be in your life, and the other 5 I want to be things that you are currently trying to manifest. As you're writing these 10 things down, there's a very specific formula that I want you to follow. First, I want you to write down the words, I am so grateful for fill in the blank, whatever it is that you are grateful for. Then I want you to follow it up by writing down why you're grateful for this coming into your life and how it makes you feel. And lastly, I want you to write down, thank you so much. You can say, thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Thank you to my highest level self, or simply just thank you so much. In case that didn't make sense, or you're not exactly understanding how to write this down, I am going to read to you 1 out of 10 examples from my gratitude journaling list. Okay, so for example, if I am grateful for my finances or I'm trying to manifest financial abundance, I would start by writing down, I am so grateful that my monthly income is now over $15,000. This allows me to buy things without worrying about the price. I can now allow myself to indulge every once in a while without feeling guilty. This is all thanks to the abundant flow of money I am receiving. I am very happy. Thank you so much. The twist here and why we are writing down things that we are grateful for that we already have, as well as things that we don't already have yet, is because I want you to really feel into the gratitude. And that is easier done with things that are already currently in your life. So we don't just want to list them down. We want to really close our eyes, breathe deeply, and let that feeling of appreciation fill your entire being. And this is much easier with things that we already have. But then once we're on a roll of feeling into this level of thanks, it also becomes easier to do that with things that we haven't yet manifested. Gratitude is one of the higher level frequencies. So, automatically, if you're able to feel into this gratitude, this practice shifts your vibration, aligning you more closely with the abundant energy of the universe. When you start your day with this kind of positive focus, you really do set the tone for attracting more good things. This practice of gratitude journaling helps you become more aware of those small positive aspects of your life, which can increase your overall sense of well being and happiness, but also builds up excitement and anticipation for what is to come to you in the future. And the elevated state of joy and appreciation actually enhances your feminine magnetism because it draws more of that positive energy towards you. People and opportunities are naturally attracted to high vibe individuals. So, by starting your day with gratitude, you really do become a magnet for more of what you desire. Up next, we have practice number 2, which is doing a gratitude meditation. I know some people have a hard time meditating. So, if you cannot incorporate all of these practices, it is totally okay. Don't feel discouraged and just write off this podcast episode completely. You can start by just doing 1 or 2 of these gratitude practices. But I do want to challenge you to try things that are outside of your comfort zone. It's called gratitude practices for a reason because we have to practice feeling into that energy. So, just a quick side note there. But if you are participating in the gratitude meditation, I want you to find a quiet space, light a candle, let your friends and family know that you're taking a few minutes for yourself. Maybe turn off your cell phone or put it on do not disturb, play some soft music. The key here is to create an environment that feels safe and calming. We want to enhance your sensory experience so that there are no distractions and it's much easier to fall into the gratitude mindset. When you're ready to start your meditation, I want you to close your eyes and really focus on your breath. As you inhale, I want you to think of something you're grateful for. It could be a person that changed your life, a fun experience that you recently had, or even a very simple daily pleasure like the warmth of the sun. Again, it doesn't need to be something that is currently in your life. If your life is going to all hell, that's okay too. You can be grateful for things that you want in the future. The subconscious mind does not know whether something is a real experienced memory or just our wild imagination. So feel free to think of a situation or something that you're grateful for that maybe hasn't even come to you yet. As you take each breath and as you exhale, I want you to envision sending that gratitude little messenger note out into the universe. Visualize your heart filling with this golden light, expanding with each breath, opening you up to more and more miracles. Picture it radiating from your heart, filling all of the space around you with love and positivity. And with each exhale, it is just spreading further and further. Sitting with yourself and doing a gratitude meditation is particularly powerful because it combines mindfulness with gratitude. This practice not only calms your mind, but also opens up your heart chakra, the energy center associated with love and connection. By focusing on gratitude during your meditation, you can create this potent blend of peace and positivity that radiates from your heart. This openness and this warmth that you will begin to feel in your gratitude meditation are the essence of feminine energy. It's receptive, it's nurturing, it's light, it's magnetic. And the more you practice it, the more you'll find yourself attracting abundance effortlessly. Moving on to practice number 3, we have gratitude walks. This is one of my favorite practices because I feel that nature is the ultimate healer and amplifier of positive energy. Whenever I want to tap into gratitude, I always take a stroll in my favorite neighborhood, or maybe it's just a walk around the block. But I silently acknowledge everything that I'm grateful for: the sunshine, the trees, the chirping birds, the not so clean air in LA. Gratitude walks are a fantastic way to A, ground yourself and connect with the earth's magnetic energy, but it also has a soothing, balancing effect on our bodies and minds as well. You might have heard these gratitude walks being called hot girl walks, but the basis is the same. We want to focus our energy on being present in the current moment. So many things can distract our attention throughout the day. So, by taking this little moment of self care to take a walk around your neighborhood and really get into your body and to get yourself physically moving is so powerful. It's kind of like you're telling yourself, hey, I like hanging out with you. I like being in this body that we're in. I like thinking about what has happened to you and envisioning your future. If anyone else said that to you, you would probably burst into tears because it is just the sweetest thing. But we can also show ourselves that same level of love and respect. And as I mentioned, presence here is a real key aspect of doing gratitude walks and is a key aspect in feminine energy because it's about being in the moment, feeling connected to your surroundings, and embracing the beauty that is the current moment. This practice helps you physically release any stagnant or negative energy, making you more receptive to positive experiences and opportunities. A few other key tips that I would add here is that when you're on a gratitude walk and you want to be present with yourself, it's important, A, to make sure that you are in a safe place where you feel comfortable being alone and walking around alone. So I wouldn't recommend doing this at night or in an unfamiliar area, and also not doing this with any other distractions. So don't be listening to music, don't be on the phone with your parents or with a friend. You really want to focus this time on being with yourself. We are 2 practices away from the end of this episode. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Practice number 4 is to write gratitude letters. This one is deeply intimate and yet incredibly powerful. I want you to take the time whenever you have a chance to write a letter to someone who has positively impacted your life. It could be a friend, a family member, a mentor, a doctor, a peer, a coworker. Pour your heart out and express all of the ways that they've helped and inspired you. Whether you send it or not, that is totally up to you. But the act of writing this letter creates a ripple of positive energy that boomerangs right back to you. I believe this practice is actually based off of one of the practices in the book called Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies, which is a book that I have yet to read, but my friends and I completed this practice in our women's group and each wrote letters to each other one person in our group, and then one person mailed it out to all of us. I will never forget the energy in the room as we were all doing this together, because it really helped us to acknowledge the support and love that we received from each other, which would have otherwise gone unnoticed in the hustle and bustle of our regular lives. No one really writes thank you notes or letters anymore, but there is something magical and profound about taking the time, slowing down, sitting and writing down how you feel with intention towards another person. You can do this practice as many times as you want, but the idea here is to cultivate a deep sense of appreciation, which nurtures your emotional well being as well as acknowledges someone else. By focusing on positive interactions and relationships with other people, you align yourself with the energy of love, support, and compassion. This alignment increases your feminine magnetism as it enhances your ability to give and receive love, making you more attractive on an energetic level. And finally, we are on to practice number 5, which is my favorite. I have been saving the best for last, and that is to incorporate a gratitude ritual. I want you to create a daily or weekly ritual that is dedicated to gratitude alone. It could be as simple as lighting a candle to indicate that you are done for the day and ready to focus on yourself, and that you're grateful for all of the energy you had to accomplish all your work in the morning. It could be saying a little prayer of thanks before bed, or it can be as elaborate as a full moon ceremony where you're listing everything that you're grateful for under the moonlight while drinking moon water. I'm not going to tell you how to do your ritual, but gratitude rituals will anchor in all or some of these practices into your daily life, infusing each day with a sense of sacredness and intention. Keyword here, intention. These rituals can be incredibly personal and tailored to whatever resonates with you most. But by dedicating the time and the space to gratitude, you create a spiritual practice that enhances your connection to the divine. Rituals help to focus your mind and heart on what truly matters, grounding you in a state of thankfulness and setting you up to receive. The constant practice of making it a ritual helps you to become a more magnetic presence as it aligns your energy with the fun and excitement and joy that comes with a ritual and the abundance of the gratitude practice that you're doing. Some of the gratitude rituals that I have involve being grateful for my friends, being grateful for the opportunity to travel, and being grateful for my body. My friends and I love to voice note almost every day, if not a few times a day. And before I voice note them back, I am careful to always be thankful and say a little prayer in my mind that what I am saying is received in the right way that it is meant to, and that I am grateful that my friends are coming to me with their feelings, with their problems, to vent or to share good news. Whenever I travel, I have a little gratitude ritual of picking out a few of my crystals from my collection to help me enhance the energy that I want this trip to encompass. While I'm picking out these crystals and packing them into my luggage, I am sure to be grateful for the opportunities that I have to travel, for safe travels on my trip, and for all of the blessings learnings and experiences that I will have on my trip. And lastly, when I go to bed at night, I'm mindful to do a little prayer and express gratitude for my body. For me, this looks like doing a little bit of a body scan, checking in with different bones and muscles, and just seeing how I feel, releasing any tension, and being thankful that I get to go to bed at night in a safe, comfortable environment and wake up in the morning and do what I love. Your gratitude rituals might look way different than mine and be completed more or less often, but by having gratitude rituals at all, you're sure to be thankful for all of the blessings that are currently in your life, that you are magnetizing towards you, and set yourself up for that next level of abundance that your higher level self has. And there you have it, my dears. 5 powerful gratitude practices to boost your feminine energy and magnetize your desires with feminine ease. Remember that the more you practice gratitude, the more you align with the abundant and magnetic energy of the universe. So start incorporating 1 or all 5 of these practices into your daily routine and watch as your life transforms in the most beautiful, divine, and unexpected ways. If you loved today's episode, I would be so grateful if you could please rate it 5 stars on Spotify or leave a review on Apple Podcasts. This just helps let me know that you're enjoying the topics that I talk about here on the Dangerously Divine podcast, and it helps the show appear for other listeners like you who want to embark on their feminine magnetism journey. As always, if you have any other topics that you would like for me to talk about on this show, or if you have any feedback or just want to say hi, I can always be reached via DMs at I am Dangerously Divine on Instagram. I would love to chat with you. Anyway, loves, that is the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you all next Thursday on the Dangerously Divine podcast.